Welcome back to this edition of Helping Hands. I'm Vice Mayor Linda Bartz, and my new guests are Dr. Rosby Glover and Shavette St. Hilaire from Mount Bethel's New Visions Community Development Center. And they've got some things going on that are pretty good stuff. Because you only came to this community to start this
back in, I think it was April of last year.
Yeah, so in a year,
Yes.
you're getting some things done.
Yes, we are.
Dr. Glover, talk to me about what you're doing in the area.
Well, first of all, we're very excited to be here, as I told you the last time. And thank you so much for allowing me to come back to give you an update on what we've been doing these past few months. We actually have now a contract with Devereaux to do our own foster homes. So we license, recruit, and place kids into our foster homes. We have our first class going now, and we're going to talk about that a little more in detail a little later, but we're very excited about that. And that's with the Human Services Corporation side. That's Mount Bethel Human Services Corporation. Now with New Vision CDC, we're holding our first time home buyers workshop on the 26th of March. That will be held at the St. Lucie County Community Service Department meeting room. So everyone that's interested in learning how to become a homeowner, what you need to do to clean up your credit, the things that your documents you're going to need, how you can get funding, you need to be at that workshop. And all you have to do is call our office, and the number there is
772-468-7979.
Oh, that's easy to remember.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that, 772-468-7979. Call that number and you can get registered for the class. We're trying to hold it to the first 25, but you don't have to live in St. Lucie County. We prefer you do, but you can live in any of the surrounding counties and actually come to the workshop. Also, on April the 9th, we're going to have a health fair, community health fair, where you can come and get free screenings. You can come and get dental screenings as well as medical screenings. We're going to have several people from the medical field, several people from other organizations just coming to share what they have for you in that particular community. And that's going to be held at the Percy Peak Gym. The Percy Peak Gym on Avenue D. And for more information, again, you can call Ken Emanuel for that. Ken Emanuel, and his number is 772-216-6159. But we would love to have the community to come out and support us in our events that we're having specifically for this community, so that you can get to become a better community, a closer family, a closer to our organization, so that we can make sure that we do the right thing for the community. We know that our kids in many instances are not going in the way that we would like them to go, so there's going to be people there to talk about that. And as a matter of fact, this evening we are kicking off a mentoring program at one of the elementary schools, Chester Moore Elementary School in Fort Pierce. So we're doing a lot of work in this community already, and we've only been here since April of last year.
You've been really, really busy.
Very busy. Very busy.
So the first-time homeowner, you'll have bankers there.
Yes,
you will
we will.
have people there that can help them. I bet you'll even possibly have some realtors there.
We will have all of the above.
So
Yes.
that would be a nice. Sometimes the goal is to buy your first home. You don't plan on doing it in the next 6 months or the next year, but it is really nice to be able to sit down and see what services are out there, what is required of you. It really helps if you do that prior to going out and looking.
It does. Remember the last time I was here, I talked about the importance of home ownership.
Absolutely.
So we want to make sure that we play a part in ensuring that people are able to purchase their own homes.
And then the health fair if I purchase a house, I need to be healthy enough to be in it to pay it off.
Oh yes, oh yes.
But that's a 9 to 5 fare.
Right.
So people can come out anytime during the day and have the family evaluated.
That's correct.
Or just themselves.
And we're gonna have, I mean, it's gonna be a family event. We're gonna have music, we're going to have food there. We're just gonna have a good time and actually help the community out as much as we possibly can. We wanna make sure that they take advantage of all of the activities that we provide so that they can become a better person and become the person that, like you said, that can actually take care of their needs because they're healthy.
Right.
And many of us, you know, we don't have means to go to doctors sometimes, but guess what? This is free. This is free, so you don't really have an excuse. All you have to do is just show up. Yes.
Show up.
Yes.
And so you've been working on those things, and now you're doing foster parenting program. I'll put it, well, I'm going to let, I understand that Shavette is the expert there. So Shavette, welcome.
Thank you.
So have you kicked it off yet?
Yes, we have. We actually have our first class. We're in the middle of our first class. We had a good turnout, so we have a good amount of people that's going to be foster parents. I'm very excited.
That is wonderful. How hard is that to do?
It's very easy as far as to qualify. It's very simple. A lot of people have the misconception of, you know, I wouldn't mind doing it, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Well, I don't make a lot of money. I'm not married. Those things, we don't look at that. We look at if you're a safe home, you're over 21, you have the room in your home, you have the income of at least a stable home. I mean, that'll get you started.
Children don't care whether you have a lot of money.
No.
In fact, typically, they don't know how much money you have.
That is correct.
Even if you told them,
that is correct.
They have no concept. They just want somebody to take care of them and love them.
That's correct.
Again, you know, and I know we have these programs out there, where do you find your foster parents?
Well, we are definitely trying to go to a lot of the churches in the community, because that, you know, that's a large group of people that we can actually connect with. So we definitely start with the churches. We're also starting in the schools, because there's a lot of teachers that have thought about it. Most of the time, teachers are one of the main ones that are like, you know, I have a bond with that child, and I could be a mentor for that child, and I would like to help that child, because they see children all day.
Sure.
They see the situations in the schools. So we're definitely targeting, you know, churches, schools, and we're not stopping there. We're going all over the community, libraries, police officers, sheriff's department, everywhere.
Is there any limitations by, I heard you say you have to be over 21. Right. Is there a maximum age?
No. It's not a maximum age, and it's case by case, because, you know, you have, we're not going to go and say, well, because you're 65 or, you know, 68, we're not going to disqualify you, because we don't know, every situation is different. So we won't disqualify automatically because of age.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, the 65 today is not.
That's the new 40.
That's the new 45.
Exactly. I'm not quite sure of that.
Right.
So you're in need. How often do you do the classes?
Well, right now we're starting the class right now, which is, we just started February 6th, and the class will be over February 27th. So we're hoping to probably kick the next class maybe in April.
So how much time does somebody, because I'm thinking of a teacher, somebody who is a professional, time limitations?
Well, when we, from the intake, we actually have about, because we have a contract with Devereaux, and which is also have to answer to DCF. So there's 45 days we have to get class, the packet, background checks, paperwork. So that's our window.
Right, but
the class itself.
As the professional, how much time do they need to invest? Because that's the other. You know, I'd like to do it, but you've got classes, I work these hours.
We've made it convenient.
Okay.
The class is on Saturdays.
Right. Okay. They're on Saturdays typically, or evenings. How many hours of class do they do?
Well,
typically
it's 3 Saturdays.
Okay.
So they start from 9 to 4. And we'll work with people, you know, if they have to leave early, we can always do, you know, a makeup. It's case by case, but we try to work with everyone's schedule because we know, you know, people have to work.
Right.
People have their own biological children they have to, you know, handle and make sure they have somewhere to go. So we try to work with people.
I think that's an important message to get out there, because I think that that is I don't want to say an excuse. I think it's valid when you don't know.
Well.
But I think that so many people say, you know, I would do it, but doing it is not the problem. You know, hanging another child in the house, that was probably not a good choice of words, but having another child in the house and taking them with you when you go shopping or go to the park is not such a big deal.
Right.
It is that, well, I can do all that because I do it now, but you know, Saturday I do the laundry, I do the, how am I? But if they know that it's going to be 3 Saturdays, that doesn't seem like a whole lot of time.
It's not a whole lot of time to invest into a child.
No.
And one of the things that we're very concerned about is the lack of minority homes in this particular area. So we are desperately seeking minority homes, particularly African American homes, because the numbers, they don't lie. There's a substantial amount of African American children in foster care, but we don't have a lot of homes to put them in. So we're definitely trying to target as many African American homes as possible. Of course, we welcome everyone to come in and be a part of our agency. We have a very bright and courageous type agency in making sure that everything that Shavette said that the families need, we go out and get them for them. We make sure that we accommodate all those people that are in need. But we really want to focus on these kids who too often have to go to group home settings as opposed to a regular home because there's no foster parents for them to come to, or in dire cases, they're even transported out of the community into other communities. And can you imagine the trauma that they would experience having to leave this area, the only area they know, to go to an area, another area of the state that they're not familiar with? And not only are they going to another area, they're not in foster homes, but they're in group homes. And so we're actually, in my opinion, when you have to do that, you do more damage to the child. So what we want to do is make sure we stop the trauma for our children and make sure that we keep our children in safe, supportive homes so they can grow up and be all that they were born to be. And that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are put in situations that have they are not in control of.
That's true.
And again, I had another guest that we were talking about a children's program that they've got, and the children are the most important.
Yes, they are.
We do, as I told her, I'm very proud of this county. This county targets helping children in so many ways.
Yes, it does.
And it targets all of our children.
Yes.
Right.
You know, we have a wonderfully diverse community with so many people from so many areas. That was kind of my background. I grew up military, so you never knew where you were going to plop. And it just was what it was. I think that it added to how we all grew up. But children are children, and they need a safe home. They need somebody to put their arms around them and let them know it's going to be okay.
Exactly.
And somebody to mentor and guide.
That's true.
And with those things, I mean, truly a caring adult.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They can go so far.
Well, we know that they need love, and we describe love as time, energy, and effort. That's what they need.
Absolutely.
They need your time, they need your energy, and they need your effort to really show that they are someone. They're begging for it. We do know that kids will get attention. That attention can be either positive or negative.
Yes.
But they're going to get attention. And we want to make sure that the attention that they receive is positive attention, so that they can be reaffirmed as to who they are and the fact that they have purpose. They have purpose in their lives, and it's not to be disruptive. It's not to go down the wrong path. It's to stay in the right direction. And you need a loving parent to make sure that that happens. As you said earlier, the kids that come into foster care, it's not no fault of their own.
No.
You know, they come in for abuse, neglect, or abandonment. And the bottom line is that once that happens, we don't go blaming the parent, but we do want to make sure that we find a loving home to take care of these kids, because they're the ones that haven't done anything, and they're the ones that's more vulnerable than anyone else in this situation.
Well, I think it's great. So you're getting through your first class.
Yes.
Getting ready to start another one.
Yes.
I'm sure you have people signed up.
Yes, actually, we have some waiting for the next class.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Yes.
That is great.
Yes.
So you guys are doing good stuff. Dr. Glover,
Yes.
you came to this community, and I sat in a room at a car dealership,
That's
I believe.
correct. That's correct.
And listened to your group and wondered how long it would take you to get to some of your goals. And I've got to say, you hit that ground running. I am impressed and amazed at how much you've gotten done in a year.
Well, we know it wasn't me.
I know that it was a group of people.
Right.
But
Right.
that group of people follow the leadership.
Yes.
That group of people are committed, and the fact, and I know that it takes a lot of people to hit that ground running and work.
Yeah.
But you got to bring them together.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to get them to work. And
That's
it
right.
sounds to me like you have taken off running.
Well, we're very blessed to have a church that's backing us at Mount Bethel Worship Center here and Mount Bethel Ministries, period, under the leadership of Bishop C. Glover, who has a vision to make sure we take care of the least, the lost, and the left out. And he's cast a vision, and what I do is try to carry it out. And I'm just blessed to have people like Shavette to come along and join the team. Michelle Harris is actually our Director of Foster Care, and she's done a tremendous job in making sure that we do everything necessary to fulfill the contract that we've received up here. And I have other staff throughout the community that's doing a great work to make sure that we do what we do. That's building families and changing lives.
Well, I think that you have definitely shown that you're on the road, and I'm wondering whether you're going to get stopped for going too fast. But I'm thinking not.
I certainly hope not.
I'm thinking that you're stopping along the way and making sure everything is in line and in order. So I think that that with people like Shavette and the director and the other people that you're working with, and I've had the pleasure to meet with some of them, you are making a difference in this community. I'd like that phone number if somebody wants to be a foster parent.
Yes.
Can you give that to us one more time?
Yes, it's 772-468-7979.
Okay. So for those people that are interested, that have thought about taking a child into their home, and sometimes it's not for any length of time. Sometimes it's short period.
Correct.
But if you've thought about it and you've thought, gee, I can't do it because of this, or I don't have the call.
Right.
Right.
And I think that they will be pleasantly surprised at how accommodating it sounds like you make it. So I want to thank you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. And
you.
I do want to say one other thing, because a lot of parents, potential foster parents, think that, you know, I don't have the money to do this. Well, actually, they do receive a monthly stipend to take care of a kid, and that stipend can run from anywhere from $400 to $700 a month per child. So it's definitely an opportunity to come in and help, and we try to eliminate, you know, all of the barriers that you may present, so that we can take care of our kids, because that's what we really want to do.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for introducing more programs into the city and
Thank
the
you for
county.
having us.
My pleasure. Please stay with us. We'll be right back with more Helping Hands.